with the high value of soybeans, you know, used to you didn't get 2 trailers full of people on a soybean tour. Everybody was over on the cotton tour. But now that the values come up on them, everybody's looking to squeeze every little bit of money they can out of these beans. And one thing they're looking at is applying fungicides, trying to get a few more bushels. So we've got some we got 5-way trials where we're applying 5 different timings and 4 treatments. We got a strobe, a triazole, a blend, and the untreated check. We do an R1 only, and an R1 followed by an R3, an R3 only, and an R3 followed by R5, and an R5 only. And hopefully we'll answer what is the best timing to maximize the fungicide application. We got this in a group 4 and a group 5 bean, 2 different planting dates. And these are frog eye susceptible. We've been doing this trial for about 7 years now. In the past, whenever we've looked at this stuff, looked at the data, by trial per year, there really wasn't a significant difference. And we usually don't have a lot of disease out here at Rohwer, and if we do get it in, it's at very, very low levels. Hopefully this winter, we're going to take all of that data that we've been getting and put it together and compile it and see if we can come up with a significance across years, and to see if we get small differences yield-wise, but not enough to be significant. Some more of the questions we're hoping to answer is, when is the best timing, and is there really a benefit to applying this fungicide, even in the absence of what you would consider a bad disease, the plant health applications that everybody's going around talking about. There may be something to it and there may not. So far, like I said, we haven't had any significance on a per year, per trial basis, but we're gonna keep looking into it. And this trial is ongoing, and it's gonna keep going on at least another 3 years. So we're just gonna keep adding our data set. Past though, our trial actually only had 3 timings, and now it's got 5. And we used to have a whole bunch of treatments in it, and we've divided that out now. And in the 5-way trial, we've only got the 3 treatments. And here we've divided out the fungicide portion into 12 treatments. That way we can look at the different kinds. We can add new fungicides in, and also look at the ones that everybody's using on a year-to-year basis. This is also on the group 4 and 5 soybeans. And we're only doing this at the R3 timing, which has historically been the best time to apply your fungicides. I also want to briefly mention, and they're not out here, but they're up by the station, is our edamame foliar fungicide trials. This is new to the state with the processing plant they've put in. There's a statewide push to look at edamame in all aspects. There's a fertilizer trial, irrigation trial, and the foliar fungicide trials we have down here. We're looking at 3 labeled chemicals. There's not very many labeled on edamame. And we're doing this actually as a timing trial too, because nobody really knows which chemicals are working the best on edamame, or at all which timings they need to go out at. So we're doing a V8 and a V8 and followed by R1 and R1 only, because in edamame you don't want any of the pods spotted up. We may have to change this and do more followed bys, because sequential applications like they do more in vegetable work. Another thing is, when we put these out, when we planted them this spring, it seemed like we might going to need to do an in-furrow study, because we had a lot of damping off. And I don't know if the varieties, one of the varieties we used was a Chinese variety, and it kind of struggled a little bit early on. So we're going to try to incorporate in-furrow next year.